Me, Myself, and I is the fourth story of Bright-EYE-deas and also known as my first autobiography. Nelson Mandela made me inspired a lot, and one of his notable works that he wrote is the autobiography, which the meaning of autobiography is a story about yourself. Besides from fictional stories, maybe I could throw real life stories in my blog Bright-EYE-deas so that this blog will have a lot of views. That story talks about my life from my birth until I'm grade 7, finishing elementary division. The Rarest Jewel is my fifth story of Bright-EYE-deas and also known as my second autobiography, and which I didn't expected that it has a lot of views than my first autobiography, Me, Myself, and I. And it talks about inspiration. And I have learned a lot. But not only this story talks about inspiration, it's about choosing a friend that actually who really cares for you. Not a friend that later on turns on into a bully. That's not considered as a true friend. And for me, the reason why this story is popular than the first one, it's because many people can relate it to that. Because some people have been to the same situation as me, that you are friends with someone but not actually a true friend, that later on it turns into a bully. And for me, they really learn a lot. Yes, it reached to 100 plus views, just like my first story of Bright-EYE-deas, AVP's The Night. And the final story of my trilogy is Doors for Opportunities During Pandemic. And it's the 10th story of Bright-EYE-deas, and luckily it's just in time for the first year anniversary of Bright-EYE-deas. This story talks about mostly three topics, which is leadership, inspiration, and second chance. Even it talks about what does the pandemic affected me. So far, this autobiography is my favorite because I have a memory that I will never forget in my life. Is that I met someone beautiful, helpful, and friendly, and she became my inspiration. I tried to join the student council, the supreme student government. But the reason why I didn't is because my classmate Gab told me that I need to be a club president or vice president for me to be able to join. But sadly I decided to step down, being nominated in lower positions like secretary, like that. And then when I wrote the story Heroes, the girl I'm talking about earlier, she convinced me that she asked me a permission if they could post this story to the Social Studies Club FB page, which I'm a member on that club, which I agree. And one thing I didn't expected is that I'm actually an officer now. She gave me a second chance because I never be a club officer in my life. Even in my previous school, I never was. Also, I joined the Scroll, that I write great stories for the school paper. Even I wrote an article about the EDSA People Power Revolution. That is one of my favorite topics in Philippine history. And I really feel gratitude to her and thankful to her that I'm now able to be part of the Social Studies Club officer since I'm good at history. And that is the time I wrote many more historical stories like about Nelson Mandela, the Battle of Mactan, which is another favorite topic in the Philippine history, and of course currently about Manuel A. Rojas. When I was a club officer of the Social Studies Club as campaign manager, I was able to lead the prayer for the debate, high school debate, and also handling the grade 8 students for club days with my partners Jill, Fem, and Julius. Which I'm very happy, and that's the very moment I will never forget in my life. And because of that, this story, Doors for Opportunities During Pandemic, it now completes the trilogy of my autobiographies. The reason why I call it the RedRock trilogy, it's because RedRock is my screen name, and that trilogy will focus about my life. And there is a meaning of my screen name is that red because it's my favorite color, and rock symbolizing as courage, fierce, humble, leadership probably, and strong.
Before you become a leader, it's all about growing yourself. And when you do become a leader, it's already about growing others.
Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is.